I done found out how to love myself, and that's okay with me. I got diplomatic status, baby, stay away from me. I done grew into my powers. I do things you can't believe. Keep your head up when told you won't be nothing. Told that a lot of times. I'm not a foreign cars. Label me a problem child. Survived a lot of times. Fast forward to dollars. Quit talking about it, and the T ain't got enough to pay for me. Bitch, I done found out how to love myself, and that's okay with me. Diplomatic status, baby, stay away from me. I done grew into my powers. I do things you can't believe. Keep your head up when told you won't be nothing. Told that a lot of times. Yeah, yeah, come. Label me. Fast forward to modern times. I look like dollar signs. All right, peace, love, health, and well vibe, tribe. Like and subscribe, up your boy, break away from that 9 to 5. My name is not important, but what is the fact that I'm here on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for the healing. Understand that when you come here, this is spa day for the soul, chicken noodle soup for the spirit, and Manny and Petty day for the ego. Understand that this is a hard hat area and self development is the construction site. So, with that being said, if you would like to inquire about any of my services, if you would like any channel information, if you want to find out how to donate, where to donate, what your donation gets you, if you even need an account to donate, please check the description box of all of my videos. Okay. So, couple announcements for the channel. We got an episode of removing manifestation blockages coming up very soon. Um, I believe it's episode 9. So be on the lookout for that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go hard on that removing manifestation blockages. All right, I'm about to ramp things up on that. Uh, Also, we're gonna have some very special removing manifestation blockages love editions. Okay, so throughout the month of February, I'm going to be dropping content, right? Small little tidbits at a time that will, give us what we need and do what we got to do to get the love that we want, right? And then March we're gonna move into the money, and we're gonna do our thing. So double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I can see that we had at least 5 people come in, or at least one person come in several times. All right, and so speaking of money, right? Um, Ooh wee, that coffee got my stomach going. All right. So speaking of money, we have the Page of Pentacles as the current energy for today's timeless reading. Um, the Page of Pentacles is double Earth element. Um, which makes it a very, very unique card, right? Um, the page represents the number 11. Um, in this case, it represents elevation over the mundane, right? When you're talking about the page is where we stop moving and worried about minor day-to-day stuff, and we really start doing the internal work, and we really start doing the work that's going to help us be successful long term, right? I always compare pages to like a person who just got a degree and now they get hired for a manager position, or they get a corporate job and not an hourly job. I look at the minor arcana as like hourly stuff, and then I look at the page is like, you know what I'm saying, the page and up the court cards as like a management at a job. And then I guess you could say the world card backwards is like the corporate level, right? If you get the analogy that I'm trying to put down, right? So with this card being the double earth element card, this card is saying that we are probably either adopting the personality of, or have a person who's going to come into our awareness, or maybe going to assume a role. Maybe we already know them, but maybe they're going to assume the role, right, of being some sort of guide. But just in general, the page of pentacles represents financial opportunities, right? Whenever the page come out, think about the pages as like angels or messengers, right? Think about the knights as like the warriors, if that makes sense, right? Um, but the page is a person who's coming into their own and who's looking to create balance and stability um inside of the earth element, right? That can be home, that can be the relationships that we keep, whether it's business relationships, whatever. But it's not the emotional side of the relationship, that's more of the cups, right? um the pinnacle when it comes to relationships, it really comes down to the corporal, or the physical aspect of a person and a being, right? um Yeah. So I think I'm going to pull one more card to see what's going on with this Page of Pentacles. Because again, like I said, this Page of Pentacles represents good news, right? We got manifestation popping. All right. So then the second card that we have here is going to be the Hangman. Now, this is a major arcana card, and I kind of like this following I kind of like this card following the Page of Pentacles, right? But the Hangman is the 12th card. Remember, 1 + 2 = 3, and that's growth and expansion, right? So in this upright position, the Hangman carries the energy of suspended action, right? And it deals with the third eye. So this card is saying basically that I have a goal, I have a dream, I have a plan, right? But I'm just waiting on the right time for something, right? Hence the illumination around the head. So I'm going to pull one more card to see. So we got financial opportunities, and then we got suspended action. So something is happening, right? Maybe we got maybe this is confirmation that a deposit is pending, right? Today is Friday. Uh ah, the Page of Pentacles and then the Knight of Pentacles come out. Okay, so the knight is fire, and then the page. I mean, the knight is fire, and then the pinnacle is earth element. Again, remember. So the pinnacle, the knight of pentacles, represents. I would say progress. Forward progress in the realm of the pinnacle, in the energy of the earth element or the pinnacles. But when you look deeper into the Knight of Pentacles, then you see a certain level of stability and determination for stability in the long term, right? In the future. Remember, the nickname for the Page of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race. That's because fire is forward moving, hence the knight being the warrior of the court. But the pinnacle represents earth. So again, that's money, that's long-term stability, success, a house, a family, just the things, the cars, clothes, the things that you grow attachments to that you can't necessarily take with you, right? I hate to say it like that, but that's the best way to understand the pinnacles. It's the people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances that the cup has a capacity for, but that's the internal connection to it. This is the physical representation of it, right? And so that's why the pinnacles is always seen in gardens and stuff like that, because it represents slow moving, slow growing things like trees. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes in pinnacles you see things like flowers or whatever, and it represent uh abundance. Like it represents seasons and seasons of abundance. That's why the fortune is so important, because the wheel of fortune lets us know that the wheel is always turning, meaning that things go up and things go down, just like in the stock market, right? Things go up, things go down, but things is always moving forward, right? So I think we got a pretty clear picture here on what the energy is in today's collective timeless reading with um it's clear progression here, right? We just have to wait for the opportunity. We just have the right time or the right person or the right job or whatever it is, because we is dealing with pinnacles, right? So again, the pinnacles represent anything that you can be attached to on the third dimension, right? Cars, clothes, money, O's, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I want it all. Brand new socks and drawers, right? Them lottery winners we manifesting, right? So there, like I said, we got the page and the night, and so we got some clear progression here. Like it's not like there isn't any movement at all in the Pentacles. It's just again with the hangman, we just waiting on the right time. All right. So another pentacle. So in the best course of action, we got the nine of pentacles, right? So the nine is the vision or the image of fulfillment. Um, and the pentacles represents fulfillment again in the earth element, right? Relationships, your relationship with money, cars, clothes, the things that money can buy, right? Each one of those pinnacles represents something that this person has worked hard for and achieved, right? So the bird here in this card is representing the fact that this person has used their internal focus, their third eye, to see these things before they actually come to fruition, right? When you look a little bit deeper in the Nine of Pentacles carries the energy of good luck, of success, of prosperity, independence, luxury. Um, the financial stability. The Nine of Pentacles. Not well. I won't say long term stability, but this is the beginning of long term stability. Right. I think the 10 will really, really, really put you there. But the nine of pentacles is the wish fulfillment, getting lucky, getting the job, getting the this, getting to that. Right. Remember the nine of pentacles represents seeing it before it happens. Okay. So the best course of action is just that. I want you to see it before it happens. But not only just that, right? Because everybody knows, right? Light your candles, light your incense, and get your crystals. And if you scribe, then get your journal and all that shit. We already know all of that. But are we being consistent? And are we every single day taking actionable steps? Or are we just sitting scrolling on the phone for 6 hours at a time? Right? Are we used to being distracted? Like, one thing that's very important to understand right now is I'm not how can I say this? One very, very, very important thing to understand. How can I say this? Okay, I'll say it like this. In the past, there was times where you was in situations and circumstances that either due to a lack of knowledge or experience, you found yourself into these situations, or you unknowingly was placed in a situation or circumstance, like the house you was born into, maybe you married a narcissist, right? Whatever the case is. Um, Now the whole point of the self-healing journey, aka the spiritual journey, aka the whatever journey, right? The whole point is to be able to heal those things, to learn from those things, and not make those same mistakes or not be in those same situations and circumstances. And if you do end up in those same situations and circumstances, then you don't react the same way, right? You move accordingly, right? According to the situation, according to the circumstance, according to the knowledge and the wisdom that you have, right? And and with that being said, there's an underlying responsibility that the success we want, we have to radiate that, right? We have to radiate that. And how do you radiate that? You have to be on that frequency of success internally, right? And then when you go out in the world, stuff like that, you have to be able to maintain, right? You got to be able to drive in and out of traffic. You got to be able to count your money in the grocery store, all of that stuff. That's fine. But whenever you're not actively thinking about something, whenever you're not actively, you know what I'm saying, doing something, what are you doing, right? Are we sitting on our phone for 6 hours a day and not looking at no real anything that's going to help us? Or we just scroll because we know we can get a 2 minute Bobby Hemmett clip in the algorithm, or we, you know, we're gonna get a video or two people working out or something like that, like, and then we call that our daily dose of medicine. No, 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 no. That's okay for some people, right? But that's not okay for the people who still complaining about not getting the results that they wanted. Now that is something totally different. You understand what I'm saying? So, so there's a responsibility that we have to take actionable steps every single day as much as possible to get in what we want to get in, because otherwise, I mean, to get out what we want to get out, because otherwise, if we don't do that, then we almost forfeit the right to complain. We almost forfeit the right to say, I don't have this, or I didn't get a chance to do this, or you know what I'm saying? I missed this opportunity. I couldn't, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, all of that stuff, right? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And if you got a goal, if you got a dream, and you got a vision in mind, right? The next thing to do is to game plan and to take actionable steps, right? They always say something in sports, right? You can't hit a home run if you never swing the bat. All right. And for some people, swinging the bat means that you got to sit down and envision things and plan things out. For some, swinging the bat means that you got to get up off the couch and go put in that application. Go call that job and do a follow up on your application. Sometimes you got to go in and shake hands and ask for the manager, right? Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such, right? Where's your elevator pitch at? Right? Ask for the manager. Hey, how you doing? Are you the manager here? Hey, I really love. Hey, I love this Little Caesars. I know you probably see me here every once in a while. But I love this. The only Little Caesars I go to in town. Right? Um, I just was wondering, were you guys looking for help, because I really need a job, and I believe that I will really make a great addition to the team. Not limited by availability. I have experience in the industry. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to go for what you want, right? And a part of being able to go for what you want and being successful Oh, and this ties into the download I got before I came live. It you got to be able to see things through, right? You got to be able to plan accordingly. You got to be able to pivot when you need to, and you got to be able to see things through even when you feel like it's not working. I think if we stick to that little rotation, I think we'd be okay. I need to rewind that and remember that because that was something I just freestyled that I never heard that before. In the process, if we envision things first, right? What's your goal? What's your dream? We plan things out, how you going to get there. And then we persevere and really submit things, meaning that we pivot when we need to, we do what we got to, we shake hands, kiss babies, whatever we got to do, right? But we got to see things through. We got to. We got to, right? And I'm happy that we really didn't get any wands here because when the wands energy come, that fiery energy that's associated with the wands sometimes burns and fizzles out quickly, or sometimes it burns too much and it just scorches everything. It burns down everything. But when we look at, right? I say it again. When we looking at the pinnacles for dramatic effect, right? When we looking at pinnacles, we got earth element energy. So we already know what's going to come out of the earth, right? What we put in is what we're going to get out, right? If I put in a lemon seed, am I going to get an apple? I better not, or else I'm going to be rich, right? If I put in a grape seed, am I going to get a cherry? I better not, because them going to be some good hybrids. Them gonna be some good hybrids. Mix a grape and a cherry. Oh my god, I don't even know what to think. What that would even taste like, right? But then when you talking about the hangman, while we on the elements, really quick, when you talking about the hangman, this is really the only card that's out of a line. I won't say out of a line, but it's out of the suit, right? But the hangman, um brings in the element of water, but it's not the element of water like from the heart space, it's the element of water from the third eye. So think Akashic records, think external waters, right? Think outer space, think future tense, right? When you see this hangman. So the hangman is the future card saying that the pinnacles, the seeds that we planted is here. This is confirmation that is here, right? These three pinnacles is confirmation, right? The only thing is that are you going to be ready when it's time? All right. So with that being said, if don't nobody got any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm gonna go ahead and close this timeless collective reading. I think I'm gonna name this a matter of time. Ooh, a matter of time. Ooh, that's some deep metaphysical stuff right there. A matter, because time is a physical thing. Ooh, wee. They try to say time is fake. Time is a physical thing. It's not just an idea. It's not just a measurement of distance between two people. Oh, that's a down. Oh, that's a download. Oh my God, is that gonna get me banned in the algorithm if I keep saying download? You on the timeline? You better shift that month. You better shift that. And that's funny because I call these timeless collective readings. A matter of time. Wait a minute. Double tap that screen, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. If you would like a free or a donation based reading, you can just type what the freak did I put in there? Oh, tea to get your morning tarot tea. Speaking of tea, where my coffee at? So I've been doing the tarot tea lately, and now I'm drinking coffee. But whenever I drink, the other day, I got a morning show called the Cup of Joe and Tarot Morning Show, right? But I've been drinking tea lately, so I've been saying the morning tea. But this morning, I'm not drinking tea. I'm drinking coffee. Why you said you should have came in sooner? What happened? What I do wrong? You can always rewind it. Put some timestamps in there too, so I can But everybody already know I got what you call them in the beginning. Yeah, I put some ginger and some cinnamon in my coffee this morning. I didn't have no ground turmeric, so I didn't put the turmeric in there. But I take coffee, I put that ginger. I put the ginger in there. Double tap that screen, y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I see we just had a couple people come in. We had 89 views and only 2 likes. I just did one of the best collective readings of all time. And I only got 2 likes. Come on, y'all. Show some support. Let's take a second. Christian, is this your first time here, Christian? That name sound familiar, but the purple K don't look familiar. All right, can we take some time to get some hearts in the chat? All right, so if for anybody who's watching, because they say we got 3 people and 3 likes, thank y'all for double tapping that screen. Come on, y'all, double tap that screen, y'all. I bet y'all if I was y'all favorite OnlyFans model, y'all would double tap that screen. Yeah, I bet y'all if I was 6'5", brown skin, and I had blue eyes and them basketball shorts, y'all would double tap that screen. I bet y'all if I was, had my eyelashes done with some big boobies and a big booty and my nails done with a mani pedi, y'all would double tap that screen. Come on, y'all, show some love, man. Show some love. I ain't hating. I'm just saying, come on, man. Can I get $1? I know y'all done been to H&R Block already. I know y'all done got them tax advances and shit. Come on, man. Well, I know what's today's day? I know them SSI checks still rolling around, child support still rolling around. Come on, man, show some support to the channel, man. What's up? Come on, y'all, double tap that screen, man. Hit that like button. What's happening? What's happening? All right, y'all. So the 4 green hearts, what do they mean and why do we use them? So the number 4 is very significant, right? So the color green, the reason why we use the color green because it resonates with the heart chakra. All right. And then the reason why we use the reason why we use the shape of the heart and the color green is because I believe that when you use a red heart, it stimulates the heart chakra, but then it stimulates the root chakra as well. So that's going to keep your focus on sex, right? Basically, like keeping you focused on sex, like eat, sleep, shit, sex, and repeat, basically, right? So I believe that when you drop the green hearts, um it keeps the heart, it keeps that stimulation where it needs to be, and then you can consciously direct the attention where the focus where it needs to go. So the 4 green hearts, what do we mean, what do they mean, and why do we use them? Right, they mean peace, love, health, and wealth. They mean law, order, balance, stability. They mean earth, air, fire, water, the 4 elements that we must balance to truly be in tune with the fifth, right? And it also represents the heart chakra and the 7 chakra system. Okay. So now that you have been now that you have been officially initiated into the Vibe Tribe, it is now your rights and responsibility to love others and welcome others the way we have loved and welcomed you today. So, congratulations and thank you. All right, for joining in. So, y'all can, oh, I got to shoot a man. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Don't go nowhere. some okay, some okay. So the fifth element sometimes considered to be ether, but if you want to say it's ether, then I would only thing I would say is make sure you understand what ether is in specific, not taking and say, oh, ether is this. Ether is the cosmic ocean of electrons that's spinning in a circle around the planet. It's still glitching now. All right, can y'all hear me now? Oh, also, when we get people like this, don't argue with people, don't fight with people, don't do none of that. Just drop those green hearts, Christian. If you don't want to get into it with people like that, then just drop those green hearts. All right. So, can I offer you a donation based reading? If not, would you like a freebie? Can I offer you a reading, please? Would you like a donation based reading? You ain't got to say that. Only thing you got to do is just say, hit me with a freebie. You ain't got to say that. You ain't got to say it. I understand. I understand. Double tap that screen, y'all. Also, I understand that people can't donate. That's fine. So, what I ask is at least one broadcast or one stream. Please, please, please let at least one commercial play for at least 30 seconds, if not more. And the reason why is because it's two things that they look for. They reward the content creator if the people who is in the stream or whatever, if you allow the commercial to play for a while, at least 30 seconds, and if you interact with the commercial, like let's just say if the Facebook commercial come on YouTube, and then don't you know how to say update your Facebook app? Well, if you update that app, then it's going to look good on me. They're going to recommend me more in the algorithm. If you, let's just say it's a Pepsi commercial, and then you click on the link for the Pepsi commercial, it don't matter if you sign up, it don't matter if you buy commercial or buy anything, it don't matter if you get an email, a coupon, it don't matter. But if you just hit the link that's associated with the commercial, it'll boost your favorite content creator in the algorithm, because the algorithm going to recognize us as somebody who can ren- generate revenue for the company. All right. So did you want a general reading, or would you like to ask a question? Just to let you know, I don't honor and answer all questions with tarot. However, um, if you would like, then I will go ahead. Oh, no, 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 don't fall, don't fall. If you would like, then I'll go ahead and just pull you a quick one. You better go get on your couch. Get off the couch. Get on your couch, Meg. Get on Mega couch. Good boy. You better stop getting on that couch. You're gonna get in trouble. I don't want you to get. I don't want the baby get spanking. I don't want the baby get spanking. Okay. I don't want the mommy to spank your butt. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see what's up because I had some flower buds popping up and it looked like the growth stalled a little bit. So I don't know if it need water or if it needs some fertilizer. I lightways want to replant it for real before those buds really start coming back out again because it just was in the flowering stage. But then the store that I got it from, actually like let the plants dry out. Like they didn't water them for like a few weeks or like a month or something like that. So all the flowers died. Like the plant was like all wrinkly and shrivelly. Like when cactuses, when they get dry, this type of cactus, they get limp. They get limp and they get wrinkly, I think. Yeah, they get wrinkly and limp. So where my coffee at? Where my coffee go? All right. So I would love to know if my cat Friday night will return. I don't answer will questions. I teach that. Okay, so I'm a life coach, right? So oftentimes, I pay attention to a person's language. I know a lot of people do that. Oh, you gotta affirm it, and you can't affirm anything negative, right? And all of that stuff true, but uh, one thing that a lot of people don't do is they don't look at the everyday common speech that we repeat that could have in it, right? So I almost never answer will questions. I always tell people that the will lies within the person, right? If you want it, will you go for it? Right? Do you have enough will within you to keep going? Right? Now, as far as your cat goes, uh maybe we can pull something about the cat. What up, Manuel Delgado? What do No, what do Delgado mean? I thought that was cat, but it's not cat. How it did- I so I'll pull something about a cat, but I don't know. I don't tarot is so technically this is modern day stuff, modern day tarot, but classic tarot. Where you from, Manuel? Yeah, you can get a line. All thing you gotta do is follow the instructions in the chat. Uh uh you live in El Paso? That's funny because I'm in old El Paso. You know old El Paso? You never you never heard of old El Paso? You must ain't been at El Paso too long. Where you at on the north side? Hey, what county is Corpus in? You on the far east side? See how far you is from Old El Paso. Oh, you in the historical district? Okay. What, you got one of them nice studios? Or you got one of those historical houses? La la, what's up? So what's up with you, La la? Grand Rising, peace, love, health, and wealth. Konnichiwa. What's your story, La la? I need age, I need gender, and I need, well, you don't gotta give me location, but I need your age, I need your gender, and your sign. Everybody, give me your age, your gender, and your sign. All right, real quick. I think Lala is a Capricorn. I think Christian is a Scorpio or something. And I think Manuel is like a Leo or something. Well, oh, wait, I'm almost right. Wait a minute. Am I getting it right? Hold on. Wait, who did I just say was a Scorpio? No, I think I said you was a Capricorn. Hey, I could be wrong. I was just guessing. I wasn't, you're not a Capricorn, and what is you? Aquarius. So I didn't get nobody's right. I didn't get none of y'all's right. Oh, I want to play a game. I'm gonna start doing that on the live. Write that down, y'all. I need an assistant to write this down. Who want to be a moderator? I need somebody to write my ideas down. Whoa, wait, we ain't saying fuck nobody now. All right, so let's see what's up with the cat. Oh shit. All right, so you got the three of swords. Okay, I'll pull another card to see. Maybe I'll pull one from a different deck. But so the growth, so the three, so in every suit, in every number line, there's a card that in this upright position represents something not so good, right? So when we're looking at the three of swords, the key to the three of swords is understanding that the depression or the anguish that we go through comes from the mental plane. It doesn't come from the heart. The heart only feels, right? Now it's up to us to determine how we feel about the heart. But the heart just put energy behind what we feel. So if we feel happy, the heart gonna put energy to it. If we feel love, if we feel anger, the heart gonna put energy to it. All right. So so the three of swords is saying that there is pain, sorrow, and heartbreak. All right. I don't know if that's a definitely no that the cat isn't going to come back. Let me check another deck and see. I'm gonna pull one more card from this deck and then I'm gonna check another one to see what's going on. Eight of Swords. Something isn't right here. Altogether, that's 11. So that's the Page of Swords. I mean, yeah, Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords talks about intelligence, curiosity, being smart enough to know that you don't want to take on this fight, and being smart enough to know that that you can, live to fight another day. So I don't know if this is telling you to move on. Maybe this is telling you to prepare to move forward just in case. Because remember the Eight of Swords. So remember the Three of Swords talks about depression and stuff. The Eight of Swords talk about inability to see things clear and the inability to take action to help yourself move forward. Can we get some green hearts in the chat, y'all? Mm. How old is your cat? Because I would say the older the cat is, the less likely is going to come back. Hmm. He almost four. He might come back. Is he fixed? Because if he not fixed, then he more than likely he gonna come back. He probably just need to get some buns. He probably just want to go mate. Oh no, okay. He might come back though. But so in this deck we got twin flame, which shows that there's a connection with something here. But we also got sorrow. So maybe the sorrow that you feel is the fact that something isn't right. Because again, the twin flame is saying that y'all quantumly entangled, meaning that y'all got a very strong bond, right? You see how I say mirroring, shared feelings, reflection? That's what a real twin flame is. A twin flame is when you be able to share the flame. You can't never mind. I don't know. That whole twin flame versus karmic versus whatever, it I don't know, man. That shit gets confusing. But withdrawing says single, lonely, and solitary. So, like I said, I don't like to answer straight up yes and no's for a few different reasons. So we just break down the cards and see what the cards say. And it's a lot of this energy here. It's a lot of loneliness. It's a lot of single energy here, right? Even when you talk about the number 11, that's two ones. So I'm not going to guarantee and say that he ain't going to come back because, animals are conscious and they have memory, and but they also have instincts and they also need to go live their life. You know what I'm saying? All right, Manuel. So I'm just going to pull up the cards, but your reading isn't necessarily over. So if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Manuel, you could go ahead and let me know if you would like a donation based reading or if you would like a freebie. And if you would, either way it goes, let me know, and then we can move forward on the next steps on getting you your reading. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. For $1, you can skip the line, but there's no line. For $2.22, you can get a guaranteed 3 card reading, if not more, from tarot. Just donate. You know what I'm saying? Just donate. All right. Do you have a question or did you want a general reading? Manuel, I'm sorry, bro, but you in the future, please wait till your turn is called before you post your question because I don't want it. Some people get angry when I ask them to repost their question, but my thing is that it's unfair to me or the moderators. Uh it's up to me. It's up to me. It would be up to me and or one of the moderators to go back and to scroll back and look for your question. And so, like I said, I just really think it's a little bit unfair to ask somebody to do that in the stream. You know what I'm saying? So no, you don't gotta apologize. I'm just letting you know how we do things in the future. Now, if you do it again, then you owe me 10 push-ups. Actually 11, since you like the number. Look, and I've been on 122 views for a minute. But since you like the number 11, then you owe me 11 push-ups times 11. 11 times 11 push-ups. All right. That's how many push-ups I want. So, there's only one person on the list right now. So, if you want to get on the list for a free or a donation based reading, only thing you got to do is just type T to get your morning tarot tea. Yeah, 222. That's my number, y'all. If y'all look, you see, y'all stick around on my channel a little bit. Y'all gonna see them tools popping up. All right, la. I got you on the what you call them in a second. All right, so whose sign did I get wrong and whose sign did I get right? Because I think I got one person right, right? Yeah, so Manuel, so when y'all so just so y'all know, when y'all come in, this is how we do things. Damn, I'm salty as H, man. All right, so when y'all come in, this is how we do things. We double tap that screen, we hit that right like button, we subscribe to this channel, and we donate to reciprocate. And remember that everything that we donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water for baby Cactus Jack. All right, if you don't want to donate for me, then donate for Cactus Jack Nicholson Jr. Who knows what that is? When you like on Jeopardy, they do it. They call it before and after or whatever. But it's like when one word is in two phrases, like a name, like Hugh Jackson or something like that. What is that called? What is that called? Like Cactus Jack, but Jack Nicholson. What is that called? What is that called? Whoever can tell me what that's called, I'm gonna give you a free donation based reading in private. I don't think you got to do is hit me up, text me or email me to redeem. The code is going to be Cactus Jack. So whoever get that for me, whoever can deliver that information for me, text me Cactus Jack, and I'll get you a free donation based read. A double entendre. Is that right? Is that called a double entendre? Look at KP coming up with double entendres. I don't even know I can't even spell double entendre. Look at KP with the big words. All right, so if y'all can't donate for me, then donate for baby Cactus Jack. All right. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water for the baby. All right. He actually needs some distilled water. So if y'all can hit me up so I can buy him some distilled water. But he all right, he doing cool. All right. So ooh, tired. Oh, where my coffee at? I'm having a baby. Uh, is it yours? She said, "Am I having a baby?" Yeah, if you, yeah. What's up? You gonna pay that child support? Why you delete it? You don't want to pay child support? That's so funny. A portmanteau? Whoa! How you can I combine two words? I mean, technically, all words is connected. We just understand them separate. I never heard of portmanteau. I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. That's really what it's called for real. She said, "Sorry, I'll pull out, gang." I'm still fried on that one. I'm still trying to catch my breath on that one. A name and a middle name? No, not a name and a middle name. I'm talking about. I think it's called the double entendre. I thought it was. I'm talking about when you put two words together. Say if I got a. All right, so. Ooh, she said, "Hurry up and get to the cards. Don't rush me." I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But what I'm saying is that when you got something, one word that's in two different phrases. So the name of my plant is the same definition. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right. Well, both of y'all can get a free reading because both of y'all taught me something new. So both of y'all can get a free reading. Only thing y'all got to do is text me or email me baby cactus jack or something. Plant. Text me plant or cactus jack or Jack Nicholson or so that's his name. Cause Cactus Jack. So that's his name, Baby Cactus Jack Nicholson. All right. All right. So we got Lala on the team. Lala waiting for her. So Manuel, what can we do for you? Yeah, that's what I was saying about the baby. She talking about some I pull out gang. I say, whoa, you sound like you ain't never pulled out a nut and calling me gang. You sound like you shoot the club up every trip. She said I got long names for my for my cactus too. Do you think that's a long name, Cactus Jack Nicholson Jr.? Because I'm senior, so that means my name is Senior Cactus Jack Nicholson. Oh, you said cats, not cactus. Or you could just call him Baby Jack for short. You could call him Baby Jack. That's a good baker. All right, Manuel, how can we help you? Or you just want to wait for your you want to wait for your in-depth read in a private? Baby Jack Jack. Uh ooh, you need that reading in private. So I'm not gonna pull no cards for that. I'm going to talk to you directly. Now we can pull some cards. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, y'all. Come on in. We doing individual readings. We not doing what you call them. The collective reading is in the beginning, y'all. So the reason why Carrie came into your life is the reason why you wanted her to be in your life. You was looking for love. Now, y'all not working out has nothing to do with y'all not working out has nothing to do with why she came into your life, right? Maybe both of y'all intentions was pure, but and it just didn't work out. So what I'm saying is that we don't always have to look for a deeper meaning into things. She came into my life for the reason I welcomed her into my life. Now, whether y'all got a difference of opinion or y'all see things different, you know what I'm saying? All that shit is whatever. But it just seemed like at the end of the day, what it sounded like to me is that y'all wasn't compatible for one. And it sounded like that the way y'all saw problems wasn't compatible either. Because some people like to avoid things, some people like to handle things right then and there. You need a little bit of balance. No, 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 no. Don't say that, la la. Please don't say that. because I don't listen. We, as a human, what makes us unique, what makes us unique is our ability to critically think. We are able to critically think more than any other animal on this planet. So, with that being said, our brains naturally want to label things. It wants to compartmentalize things so it could know how to deal with something like that moving forward. That's just how it works. So, what I want to teach people is a lot of things that we tie together is not mutually exclusive. Like yesterday, for example, uh, I was watching a live with another reader, and she was venting about some of the stuff she was going through, and she was saying that she keep meeting men that's broke, but she wants to manifest a provider. And so I told her, like, that's cool, but you know yourself, because she said something along the lines of, maybe I shouldn't associate men with money or something like that, because she feel like a man not having the money, she possibly could have missed out on a good man because he didn't have money. She missed out on potential. So the reason why I like to separate things, like, don't ask your man to be a provider, right? If you want to be rich, be rich. If you want your man to be a provider, then you got to be ready to be somebody that he wants to provide for. Whether you're gonna be think about a gold digger, right? A gold digger is gonna play her role. If you want to be a wife and you want to marry a rich man, when you get that rich man, you're going to be the woman that that rich man want. Her problem is that she want things, but she don't want to play the role to get those things. So what you got to do is separate things. Only mutually exclusive, like say for example, right? If you want to, when you coming up with a game plan or you manifesting, right? You can say something like, I remove negative energy and call in good energy. That's cool. But you can't say, or you can say something like, I'm gonna graduate and I'm gonna go get a job with my degree. I'm gonna use my degree to get a job. That's cool. But you can't say something along the lines of, I'm gonna go to college and then when I get my degree, uh um uh I'm gonna go to college for finances, and then when I graduate, I'm going to be a cook. Like, those things aren't mutually exclusive. Yes, you could go to school to be a cook, but you're not going to school to be a cook. You're going to school to be a CPA. You see what I'm saying? So if you want your man to be a provider, then you're going to have to be something that that man is going to have to want and need to be provided for. But your problem is that you don't want to be controlled. You want to be independent. You want to provide for yourself. You want this and you want that. It just, so back to what we were saying. Again, in order to find something someone, one must have to find it within themselves. And not necessarily true. That don't have to be necessarily exclusive again, because I've met plenty of women that could have been my wife, but because I wasn't ready, I wasn't able to recognize it. Every relationship has different energy. It will move us in different ways. I was always taught the person could be a lesson or a blessing. It's up to you to figure it out. No, no, I don't like that because, well, I do like it, but I think it deserves context. I think when you say a person could be a lesson or a blessing, it depends on your perspective of the person and how it ended. Um, even if I don't, even if my exes all hurted me, they all was a blessing. I can choose to say that. Even though they hurt me, I can still choose to say I forgive them. That's a choice to be made. So yeah, a person can be a lesson or a blessing, yeah, but it deserves some context because the way I was taught is when you live life and when you going through reality, your influence on reality is very important. So if you leave it up to chance and say that this thing is a blessing or a lesson, we'll see. No, you're supposed to wake up and say everything is a blessing. Everything is going to be a blessing. The thing about the contract is that I agree with the contract three thing, but I don't like to say that people sign contracts before they born and all of that shit. I don't agree with that. Like I believe that when you decided to be in a relationship, then you made a contract with that person. Or when you decided to tell that person you like them and you wanted to get to know them, then that's when a contract started. The contract started when y'all became aware of each other. And yeah, it's over with. If it's over, it's over. Y'all met, y'all was in a relationship, y'all wasn't meant to be, and it's over. And you really got to accept that. You really got to accept that not every relationship is going to work, especially because you got to think when you go out in the world. Yes, we meeting people. Question: have you read the book called Something Surrender? I don't know that title for sure. It's about surrender, let everything flow, something like that. I haven't heard that, but a lot of people read stuff like that, and that's okay for some people, but it's not that good. And the reason why I say that is because you want to be conscious and aware of everything. But the thing is that you can't be conscious and aware of everything at all times. So what you want to do is create the environment internally and then hopefully create the environment externally to where that you can just live freely and the things that you will experience will be of the frequency that you want. I can live free. I can be free, but if I'm not in an environment that's going to help me, or if I can't be guided in that environment, or if I'm expected to be a certain way and I'm held to a certain standard and I don't have no knowledge or experience of what that standard is, then my free will is going to hurt me because I'm going to make mistakes. You see what I'm saying? I meet a lot of people who say, I read a book about Buddhism and meditation. You're supposed to just sit there and let your mind flow. Well, I'm sorry, but your brain is supposed to think. That's what it's made to do. So yes, that's partially correct. But the problem, mental illness starts when you start to fight the truth that your brain is showing you. And if you're not willing or if you're not ready to handle the dichotomy of reality versus what you want or what you need or what you creating, then you're gonna be effed up. So yeah, you do have to surrender, but I think that's for people who feel like I think that's for people who's overly in control, who feel like they have to control everything at all times. I don't think that that teaching is good for everybody. You see what I'm saying? Because I like balance. I believe balance is key because when you in a good state of balance, you can do what you need to do. Either call people, places, or things in, or remove them at your will. But it really just depends on what you need in the moment. You see what I'm saying? So if you somebody who feel like you want to control everything or you need to control everything, and you have no control and you starting to fail, then the surrender thing is probably good. Because when you get too used to looking at all the details, you can be so caught up in the details that you miss the bigger picture. And when you surrender, you allow yourself to view things objectively versus subjectively, and you be able to zoom out and look at the best thing for everybody involved, not just what I think, not just what I want, or not just what I feel, or not just what that person did, or not just what they did. You get to see the who, what, when, where's, and why's, the hows of how we got here and where we going in the first place. Um, Mutual give and take. Uh, to be honest with you, as long as your frequency right, it don't even have to be mutual give or take. It just have to be give or take, give and take. That's it. And if your frequency really high, it could just be give. Well, I would say this: if your frequency really high, you can just take, 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 take. If your frequency really high, you can just give, give, give. But that's the thing, though, because some things it depends on what you're talking about, and this is why details are so important because some people believe relationships are supposed to be work. Some people believe relationship is supposed to be compromise. But what if a person sacrificed so much that they can never truly be happy because they sacrifice so much just to make the person they love happy? This is why compatibility is important because the more you compatible with a person, the less give and take, the more it'd be equal. Because it's like this, for example, if I'm the type of person who laid back, cool, calm, and collected, and I don't go out, I don't drink, I don't party, it would be a bad idea for me to marry somebody who go and do that three weeks out of a year. What is the so you got if you gonna quote the book, you got to tell me the context of being equally yoked. Equally yoked doesn't mean we force things. Equally yoked to me means that we did enough work in the beginning to see if we was compatible and to see if we was going in similar places in the future. It being equally yoked is being able to give love and receive love, vice versa. When we talking about love languages, being equally yoked is being equally yoked. Being equally yoked isn't for some people, for some people, not you. For some people, I do not agree. Me and mine is compatible, but communication is awful. Recently found out that I'm anxious attached, partner is avoidant. We try to make it work. We both gotta want it. Listen, then you're not compatible then. You're so what I'm saying is that you're not. So I believe when you're talking about compatibility, there's a scale of compatibility. And then wherever you at on the scale of compatibility, then you have to make it work to fill in the blanks. You get what I'm saying? Both is important. But what I'm saying is that if you do the work and make sure you're compatible in the beginning, then there is no work to be done once you become together. The only work is deciding what we gonna eat for dinner. The only work is deciding who gonna massage who first. The only work is being able to calm down and missing your part because you missing your partner while she at work and you on break. You see what I'm saying? When we talking about communication is one of the fundamental areas of compatibility. And without it, it can make the relationship very hard. I can want you, but that doesn't mean that this is a good relationship. So you telling me that you willing to stay in an unhealthy relationship because both of y'all want each other? That don't make sense to me. That's unhealthy. That's toxic. That's forcing something. But this comes up. I said or thought that I can't make this work or give, and a partner afraid of emotion due to trauma. So we talked about this the other day, and this is another proof. that, and this is not just my expert opinion, these are facts, okay? Is this is further proof that y'all, there's a good chance that y'all aren't compatible because both of y'all have been hurt. So that means both of y'all have created a reality based off of being hurt because both of y'all hasn't healed yet. I'm not a person who believe that healing takes forever. I'm not a person who believe that once an addict, always an addict. I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? I believe in healing. I don't believe in staying broken and forever. I don't believe in that. I believe that's a curse. I believe that's a self curse. So my point is that again, I think I told you this the other day. I think I told you this the other day. When it boiled down to, right? When it boiled down to, damn, I'm starting to forget what I was saying. When y'all heal, y'all might not like each other anymore. Because the people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances that y'all gravitate to, y'all goals, dreams, and aspirations might not be the same anymore once y'all heal. So then, once y'all heal, y'all going to be trying to force that relationship even more because y'all, quote unquote, want the relationship. I want a relationship. I want shit. If I can, I want to make every woman in a world with a broken heart happy. I want to be able to give them unconditional love. They don't have to have sex with me. They don't have to give me money. I wish that I can love every single woman the way I view love is supposed to be, or the way I view true love is. But that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. That doesn't mean I'm going to force it because I want those things to happen. I wish I could heal everybody that come to my channel, but it don't always happen. I even started saying that I do it for free. You just donate if you want to or if you can. And people still don't take me serious. Presented by letting go of ego, control. I don't know what you mean by ego. You got to tell me your definition of ego. Singer unexpectedly transitioned from a solitary life to creating a spiritual community. Yeah, you got to give me more context on what you're saying. Because I just don't want to misunderstand you. My Journey into Life's Perfection by Michael Singer is a memoir detailing how the author transformed his life by abandoning personal preferences and embracing life presented. Yes, embrace life presented, but that doesn't mean that you have to accept it for what it is and stay in a messed up situation. That's two different things. Letting go of control is saying that I had too much control and I was failing. So his too much control was I isolate. He had so much control that he isolated himself. So in order to create the to fix the imbalance, he balanced it out to where he had a community to where he wasn't obligated to too much beyond what he can do. You see what I'm saying? That proves my point exactly what I'm saying. He transformed his life. So that means that there was a problem and he fixed it. That doesn't mean that he recognized the problem and stayed in a toxic situation because we're broken. That's called trauma bonding, where we bond because we both broken. We both okay our actions because we both broken. That's not okay. That's not iron sharpens iron because that would never be compatible for me. I would never be able to date and I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying that's what it sounds like to me. I would never be able to date a person who don't want to heal. I can't date a person like that. Like because I'm a person that I face my things. I want you to tell me when I'm fucking up. So I won't make the same mistake again. You see what I'm saying? I want to be held accountable. I want to be made aware so I can be accountable of my actions moving forward. Accountability isn't just about saying sorry. Accountability isn't just about seeing it from the other person's point of view. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I want to be better. in every single way. What's up, Angelina? I got you. So I'm finishing up with Manuel, and then I got La. Wait, did we do Lala already, or was Lala? I think Lala was after Manuel. So we got so back to Manuel, right? I'm sorry, Manuel, that the conversation got deterred. Um, but like I was saying, all in all, I don't want you to put too much stock into why did this happen? Why did that not happen? What is this one? What was that one? Uh, in life, there is 20, according to psychology today, right? There is 24 areas of compatibility. And when I'm done with the readings, we can talk about that lightly. I don't want to go in too deep because I already did a live about this already. And if I do, then I'll do it another live. But in the 24 areas of compatibility, the more that y'all the more that y'all compatible, the better. Period, point blank. It ain't no I'm attractive, you attractive, I'm single, you single. Let's turn a one night stand into a relationship. That's especially these days when people isn't grown up with the same morals and standards. That shit is dangerous. Do I gotta stop cussing on my lives? I think I gotta stop cussing. But that stuff is dangerous. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. All right, so Manuel, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to pull a two-card reading. That's the current energy and best course of action. Okay, current energy and best course of action. But hopefully you was able to get something from the stuff that I said. Like I said, what I wanted to, the point that I wanted to get to was that it happened and it's over and it's okay. Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper than that, then you could just tell yourself that y'all wasn't compatible. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with not being compatible. The only thing wrong with not being compatible with the person that you're in a relationship with is staying in a relationship once you know that they're not compatible. That's it. You can love them, you can hate them, you can whatever. But until you accept that hard fact, that hard truth is ugly. It's gonna be ugly. Like I said, we just can't make things mutually exclusive. That we got to be careful what when we manifest it. We got to be careful what we make exclusive. You can't say I'm going to get married and then I'm going to get rich and have lots of money. Then that sounds like you got to manifest money and what you call them, right? A lot of people who not really experience and manifest, and it's recommended that you manifest one thing at a time. And it's for a reason, though. It's for a reason. And you be very, that's why they tell you manifest one thing at a time and be very specific and detailed about what you manifesting. Because you could say I want a million, like on what was it? On Aladdin? It was some show with a genie. And the guy asked the genie for $1 million. And you know what he gave him? 1 million reindeers. Because he wasn't specific about, listen, man, I understand that you came here for a reading, but the one thing I don't like is feeling like I'm being rushed. I don't like feeling rushed. I really don't. So if you didn't mean to rush me, that's fine. If you want to skip the line, donate. All right. So Manuel, okay. So, Manuel, you got distracted. Sidetrack changes and delays. All right. Um. Can you wait till your turn to post your question, please? Soulmates, deep love, unity, and connection. Time, waiting cycles and moments. Okay, so it looked like there's a connection here, and the reason why I say I don't like feeling rushed is because whenever I'm reading for somebody, I want to give them what I can give them. I want to help them, and I would never allow somebody to come in and rush you in your reading. Whether you donate it or not, I don't care. If it's somebody's turn, it's their turn. That's the only reason why I said that. So I hope you don't, I hope you don't take any offense from that. But that's why I don't like feeling rushed because I give everybody the same energy, right? Even if one reading might be longer than the other one, or the other one might have one more card than the other one. I'm going to give you what, I'm going to give you, I'm gonna give you what I got. All right. So we left off with the time card, and then we pick up with the King of Pentacles. So this is a master, a visionary in the earth realm. So remember, the earth realm represents people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances that we can't take us when we leave this plane. So this is the earthly attachment to earthly things, right? So the reason why there's one big pinnacle here and not unlimited is because value is value, period. And if you know your value, then you don't have to prove it per se. Because the value is going to be with you, it's going to be in you, it's going to be on you like cologne that you never had to spray on. Oh, that rhyme. Oh, I be spitting, boy. KP be spitting, right? So remember, all of the kings represents what? A visionary. Why? Because the king represents air element, not men. This is not gender bias, not men. The king represents air element, right? So the King of Pentacles brings economic power, and it brings not just abundance, but a big harvest. The King of Pentacles is the person who makes the kingdom better because he's able to provide resources. All right. And we get 88 minutes into this live, six people, six likes, right? So with that being said, my question to you is that are you able to provide a kingdom for the queen that you want? I think right now it should be a focus on the practical side of life, not the mental, emotional side of life. It's a process to give you a person you are dealing with your full attention. Patience is necessary and kind to those receiving their reading. But what I would say your best course of action is right now to enact this energy, especially this time card of getting to your so what I think is that your ex is distracting you from meeting your true soulmate. Your soulmate is going to be in a place. Say, for example, you wanted to take up a yoga class, but you never did because you met your ex and she wasn't into yoga. You got a new job, you got distracted, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So now we shift in timelines. Now you have to consciously shift your timeline because remember, the king is a visionary. So I want you to picture happiness. And then when you picture happiness, I want you to picture all the things. I want you to picture life if you had everything you ever wanted. Right now, one thing you got to understand that we are not going to have happiness and material things. Listen to what I just said, mutually exclusive. So when you go into meditation, you're going to be happy because you're happy. Now, these things bring you more fulfillment, if that makes sense. So again, when we go to this exercise, we're not saying that I'll have these things, then I'll be happy. You're saying I have these things to add to my happiness. All right. That's why you put happiness first, and then you put all of the things under happiness, because it's not a shopping list. You don't need those things to be happy. First, you decide that I am happy, and then you go out and achieve those things. Then you go get the wife. Then you go get the job. Then you go get the house. Then you go get the car. You can't get those things and then say, I'm happy. You understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say that in order for you to really truly get back on the timeline that you want, you got to be happy first. The king is the king not because of the material things. The king is the king because mentally he's the king. That ain't going to change. So, in your life, you the king, you the boss. It's up to you to manifest what you want. But your mindset has to be one of a good standing. And then you go in the world. It can't be no, oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm not feeling it today. And oh, I gotta go to work. Oh, I hate my job. And oh, I don't feel like going to class today. No, 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 no. You can say, look, shit is hard, but I'm gonna keep fighting. Shit is hard, but I'm gonna keep moving forward. Shit is hard, but I'm not gonna give up. Shit is hard, but I'm optimistic that I have will to get through the day, to get through the event, to get through this moment, to get through the heartache, to get through the pain. But without a vision, right, and without tangible goals, you're just gonna sit around twiddling your thumbs. KP always catches up to you. Let him finish. He will get to you. All right, Manuel, we good to go, Manuel? So the best course of action is for you to become the King of Pentacles, for you to get attuned with the vision of what you want. First, you got to make the decision to say, I am happy. And then you got to make the decision to go and get those things that you want to add to your life. Remember, they're adding to your life. They're not making or breaking your life, right? People, places, and things, situations, and circumstances shouldn't be able to make or break our day. All right. We don't want those things to be able to make or break our day. All right. All right, Angelina, man. What's up, Angelina? Hold on. Let me check my text messages, man. I got you, Angelina. I seen it, but I'm talking, baby. I'm talking, baby. No, I had to check my messages, man. All right, y'all. So I gotta get out of here soon. Normally, wait, no, who just donated? Wait, who? No, 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 no. Angelina don't. No, Angelina didn't donate. Rhino just donated to skip the line. All right. So LA. All right. So what's your yes or no? Yeah, that's my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault. I said the wrong name. I was thinking about one person, but they threw me off when they said whatever. Sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going through a lot and I'm broke too, so it's just double magic. Is someone doing black magic on me? Or am I just drained because I'm just depressed? The answer is both. The answer is that your depression is the black magic. Your depression is going to create situations and circumstances that is going to make people want to do black magic on you because you're not controlling your frequency. So the definition of depressed is being sad for a long period of time. If you're sad for a long period of time, then you're not standing in the mirror smiling saying, I am happy 108 times. That's what I was just saying about the other person. No matter what king it is, the king represents being a visionary, meaning that I have the ability to foresee the future because I have knowledge, I have wisdom, and I have intuition to go along with it. You see what I'm saying? Everybody know that the kings are smart, but nobody talks about the kings having intuition. But they use their a combination of intellect, intuition, and feelings, where the queen might only use intellect and feelings. I mean, intuition and feelings. You see what I'm saying? Because the emotions might be too strong. Well, hit me up. What I would say is that the answer to your question is yes to both. And the someone is you. Your depression is out of control and you're manifesting situations and circumstances that's discontent energy for the future that you want to live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a spirit animal oracle card, and the spirit animal oracle card is going to give you personality traits and energy to tap into for you to get rid of that energy. I love the spirit animal oracle cards because it's direct instructions to overcome situations and circumstances. You know what? I can't even find that. That you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get you a sacred spirit card. The sacred spirit is very similar to it has rights. It teaches stuff on how to do things. So I forgot that I got a phone call scheduled. So I'm gonna breeze through these next couple readings. And if y'all got any questions, comments, or concerns, y'all gotta email me and text me because I like to make sure people get everything that they get in the moment. I can't spend an hour all the time with everybody for free. Unless you hit me up for a free consultation when I'm not live. Oh my God, is something wrong with the sound or is it just mine? No, that's what happens. I gotta, I'm having, I got a conversation going that I gotta pay attention to. Oh shit, this is one of my favorite cards so far. All right, so you got the Galactic Healer card. It says move forward with an open mind. Okay, so here's that third eye energy again that I was just talking about. Let me pull up the book real quick, y'all. Let me go to my email and pick up the book so I can read it off the computer. All right, so let me read this real quick. Uh, if anybody had a question, the last two people left. Oh, can y'all put something? My moderator, can somebody put something in the chat to say free? That the readings, the list is closed. All right, so we got to go to page 17. Damn, and I forgot I got to take some mail to the mailbox too, y'all. I got some shit I got to do, y'all, man. I hopped on this live. Come on, man. What's up? Now my computer wanna act funny, man. What's up? I need to. All right, there we go. Oh my god, this shit taking forever. My stomach hurt. Hold on 1 second. I can't really see the chat on my phone, so give me 1 second. Oh my god, my stomach hurt. Oh, oh. the H is this? My stomach hurt. Mm. Oh, I do not feel good. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, y'all. So, uh, dang, I hate to do this, but my stomach hurt. I got an appointment, man, that I forgot I gotta get ready for. So, but this what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this card. What number card is this? 17. But then I gotta go hop in the shower and I gotta get ready. Cause I gotta go to the mailbox. I gotta drop some mail off that's time sensitive. I just got a couple things to do, and I didn't. I shouldn't have got on live yet. I should have waited till later. But it was some stuff that happened, and it kind of threw my whole morning off. So I just kind of wanted to come on and see, what was popping. Damn, my stomach hurt. Uh, all right, I'm gonna try to blow through this real quick. All right. So it says we exist with the multiverse with multiple realities. We exist within a multiverse within realities. Anything is possible if we set our mindset accordingly. Reaching beyond limitations and what is currently visible to us enables humanity to continually evolve as a species. Sacred symbols, ancient architecture, and medicine have been inspired by our astrological phenomena. You may find yourself searching for knowledge on ancient healing practices, energy work, or light based information such as DNA code and energetic downloads, sacred symbols, and self healing techniques. A guiding hand of a star or galactic healer can facilitate profound healing, experiencing frequent ringing in the ears, usually hot flashes, or perhaps answers to your questions. You have little experience or knowledge of will take focus as you adjust to this higher resonance. Born healers and psychics may experience deep soul activations as galactic healers are present in your life right now. You may feel particularly connected to Pleiadian, Orion, or Arcturian energy, and it is strongly recommended you discover more about this connection now. Honor your own connection, for at last, this may identify why you have felt so isolated and misunderstood in life. You may feel strongly connected to the times of ancient Egypt, Atlantis, or Lemuria. Now is the time to reawaken your inner knowing and the ancient knowledge that already resides within you. Know that a deep awakening is occurring now, and you must acknowledge how far you have already come in this journey of life. While remembering past life experiences can be advantageous to understanding your psyche, it is important to remember you can only integrate healing towards the level in the current present moment through conscious thought. Try not to get lost in these connections. You must remember that your time is now in the present, and you must incorporate and embrace these aspects of you if you wish to further your understanding of self and share healing and knowledge with others. Shadow aspect. How do you know you need this card in your life? Arrogance, oppressive leadership, irrational behavior. This could be you, or you could be experiencing it. Sacred crystal, moldavite. I think I got a moldavite right here, if I ain't mistaken. uh Angel assistance, Archangel Raphael, right? He is the angel of deep physical and emotional and spiritual healing. Your affirmation: I reawaken my soul's desire to learn and grow beyond the existing limitations. All right, so Lala, Manuel, you said you already hit me up. La, I'll be back on like probably like in 2 3 hours. Let me catch up to the chat real class. No, this was for you. This is your best course of action on how to move forward. So the answer to your question is I believe that it's depression. And I think that if you are experiencing negative energy from other people, then it's coming because you are depressed and people is acting, they're playing the role of your resonant frequency. Because how it works is that whatever frequency you on, the people, places, and things around you is going to match that frequency. So, in order for you to really move forward out of that depression, it's going to be what we read there in the Galactic Healer card, which is take the healing serious, right? Tap into the healing. You understand what I'm saying? I hate to run like this, but like I said, it's my fault that I wasn't prepared. So, with that being said, hit me up. For everybody who was waiting, I would give you a free in-depth reading with a free consultation and all of that. All right. But you just got to hit me up. Text me, email me, call me. All right. I really feel bad that I got to go like this because I hate turning people down. So I will give y'all a free in depth reading. All right. I won't just pull y'all like one card and just hop off the phone with y'all in 2 minutes. Like I'll actually take my time, even if it take an hour. So whatever we got to do to come up with a game plan or to get some answers or whatever, I got y'all. But y'all just got to hit me up. Okay. So with that being said, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service, and I wouldn't rather be nowhere else but right here, right now. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the shelf. Why? Because I ain't buying it, and you shouldn't either. Bye bye. I love you. Peace.